Well, I'm going to do a review of the Lanshan Pro. Here it is. Here's my one. I've used it quite a few times now. It's all in here, everything's in here, the tent pegs, because that's all you need really. You do need a trekking pole or some kind of pole system. You could always use a stick if you're in a real pinch, as long as it's about 125 to 30 centimeters. But yeah, you need a trekking pole for the Lanshan because it is a frameless tent. I'm going to do a review on this. I'm going to put it up in a second, show you real world review with me in it. I'm exactly 6 foot tall. I'm quite wide as well. I'm a 46-inch chest. So can I fit in it all right with a mattress? That's something you've got to bear in mind. So I've got a mattress, my mattress as well, which is about 3.5 to 4 inches thick. So I'm going to show the amount of room inside it, and there is a lot of room. It's amazing. I'm going to get straight to the point with this video, or with this tent. I'm selling it, so I'm doing this review quick before it goes on eBay or wherever, because I am selling it. I've used it a few times. I love it. It's fantastic, but I'll get straight to it. The main reason why I'm getting rid of this tent is the condensation. Some people can put up with it. It just drives me nuts. It's single wall tent, that's why it's so light, and there is condensation. Now it is well built. I'm going to get into this. It does drip down, it beads down to the side vents, which it's supposed to do, and it's brilliant, and it drips through there. But if there's the slightest breeze, or if you knock it at all and shake the sides, all those drips just drip down on you. I don't know if I'm a heavy breather or something, but every time I've woke up in this thing, it is just dripping wet inside. And I think most single wall tents are supposed to be like that, even the more expensive Z-Packs ones. It's just the fact with single wall tents. So I've gone over to a double wall tent that still gets condensation, but the inner fly sheet doesn't. So I'll do a review on that tent later. That's the Nature Hike Cloud Up 2. It's like 1.5 kilograms. This is a lot less. So here it is all bagged up. The tent pegs are in it as well. You can really compress this down. I won't do it too mad in case the tent pegs pierce through, because they're in there somewhere. But it is super light. So the tent on its own is 600 odd grams, just about, and with the tent pegs it's 800 grams, so they're like 200 grams. So it is really light. It's lighter than most sleeping bags out there. You do need a trekking pole or whatever you can find, even a stick. So you're going to add, this is a really light one. It's 200 and just over 200 grams. But an average good pole is about 250 grams, so that's going to add it over to like a kilo. And then another thing I like to bring as well, I've cut this down to size, is a ground sheet, just to protect the bottom a bit as well from punctures. You don't have to use that, if you know, depends how precious you are about your tent, but this is an extra 100 grams as well. So the whole thing here, everything you need is 1.15 kilos. So it's just it's about 1100 kilo. Yeah, 1.1 kilos, give or take. And this is a really light pole as well. So yeah, that's the main thing. So I'm not going to leave it to the end as to why I'm getting rid of it. That's the main reason, the condensation. It's just when you're in the morning, when you're like getting ready, or you're deflating your bag, if you touch the sides with your head or with your arm or anything, you just get drenched, absolutely drenched. There is a good side to it being single walled. If you take a little towel with you, like a microfiber towel, you can wipe all the inside down while you're in there, which is a good thing really, rather than having to shake it all and everything. But I don't know, just the slightest little breeze on the side, no matter how tight and taut you get it, which I'll show you in a minute when I put it up, the drips just come down on top of you, and it used to wake me up as well. You sort of like just drifting off, and then you get this sprinkle on your face as well. Another thing which some people, I think it's designed for this, I chose the light coloured one. It's like nearly white, it's a very light grey. It's great because you can see, you know, it lets a lot of light in, so you can see what you're doing. But last time I camped in this was in Dartmoor, and it was practically a full moon, and oh my goodness, it was like car headlights outside. It lit up like a lampshade inside. So bear that in mind. You might like that for more light. It does let more light in, but I didn't like it. If the moon's out, or if you're anywhere near lights, it's just going to beam straight through. So pull a woolly hat over your eyes or something, that'll sort that one out. But it is an amazing tent, so I don't want to run it down too much. It's just purely the condensation. It is an amazing tent. The room is fantastic, considering how small it is and how light it is as well. The room inside is brilliant. The vestibule is massive. I'll show you in a minute. And I'm really sad to let it go, but I've tried it. I must have spent over a week in it now in different types of weather. Even the rain, it's pretty good in the rain. I don't think it's the best weatherproof tent, but I've had it in some pretty heavy rain. I left it all day in an afternoon of really heavy rain, and when I checked the inside, there was no puddles or nothing as well. Plus I've been in it when it's been medium rain. I have seam sealed it, which again is a bit of a pain. You've got to seam seal it when you get it. I don't think I did a very good job. It's a bit scrappy, the bits of like silicone, they're flaking off, but yeah, it did all right in the rain. And I'm really sorry to see this thing go, because it's when I got it I was like, really? And you get it out and it's like this flimsy bit of material, but when it's put up, which I'll do in a second, it is an amazing tent. But yeah, I'm 6 foot tall and I fit in it absolutely fine with a mattress as well, because a lot of reviews do that. They get in it and like, see, look, there's loads and loads of room, but there's no mattress in there, just they're laying on the floor. As soon as you raise up a bit, you're closer to the edges, so I'll show you that in a second. So what's another thing about this tent? Also, when it does get wet, even just sort of dew, the sides do sag, the material sags in even more, so you have to get out and re-tighten them up and everything, but it does tend to sag quite a bit when it gets wet, even with just like early morning dew, so bear that in mind as well. But the good sides of it, if you can handle the condensation, if it doesn't bother you, this is an amazing tent. If it didn't bother me, this would be my tent of choice. It's absolutely fantastic. There's so much room in here, so much so you could even get 2 people in, like not 2 people my size, but if, say me and my wife, she's a lot smaller than me, we could both fit in this in a pinch. It's that it's like the TARDIS. It's amazing. So okay, that's me waffling. I'm 50-50 on this tent. It's fantastic, it's so clever, it's so light, it's reasonably cheap, there's so much room. It's just the condensation. Perhaps I'm a bit of a wuss with that, but anyway, I'm going to stick it up now. Let's have a look at it. So there it is up. I'm going to be honest, I find it a pain to put up. To get the sides right and everything, I don't know, perhaps I'm just not very good at it. You can see my job of seam sealing there isn't very good. But yeah, I bought this stuff, it's supposed to be good. I'm gonna have to strip all that off, but it sort of did all this okay, but I don't know, just these bits. I'm gonna put that in my pocket so it doesn't, some poor creature doesn't eat it. You can, I haven't really done it perfect, you can fiddle around and get that vent up more and everything, but you get the idea. So if I put it to wide, there you go, that's the inside. I've used a ground sheet there just to protect it a bit, so yeah, it's pretty good. You've got the fly mesh there, so it keeps the bugs out, but other than that, nothing. You can put this sort of tied in like that side as well. Now that would help the condensation massively. If it wasn't raining, I would recommend tying that one up like this one and just having like this guideline here and having that mesh open, so you get ventilation a lot more, then you won't get that horrible condensation. But the vestibule is massive, so I've got an Osprey 48 rucksack and that fits in there lovely with my boots and everything. I haven't got it with me, but you get the idea. So see what I mean about the breeze. If you get this, I haven't pitched it very well, the ground's a bit rocky. See that? That will just shake condensation on you, which is such a shame. But I'll just do a little walk around the tent. It's all very well built. You've got the guidelines on the side. Yeah, it's all right. My seam sealing is just rubbish. It's coming off. But it did the job. It was in the pouring rain. It worked. It just looks a bit scruffy. But anyway, yeah, there's the tent. Right, I'm going to get in. Right, so inside I've put my mattress, which is a Prior extra large recharge, and that's the same height as me really, 6 foot, and I've got a pillow there as well just to give it a real sort of, so if I go about here, I reckon. Now I'm exactly 6 foot tall, okay, so it'll give you an idea, and this is quite a thick mattress, so you can go smaller if needed. Now if this was wet inside, my head would be drenched. Oh. So here's a pillow. This is just a cheap pillow I've got because I've lent my other one, my small one, to a mate. And there it is. So I've got room above I haven't pitched this very well. It should be like that. Okay, so this isn't good. This is my fault. It should be like that. And I've got this much headroom, which is really, really good. This is with a pillow and with a mattress. My feet are the same. Let's go up a bit. And yeah, if that was pitched right, like that, I'd have plenty of room. So I think even if you're a 6'1", at a push. At the sides, again, I haven't pitched it very well, but there's tons of room for all your gear. You could even have your rucksack in here. You could certainly have all your stuff here. And when this is down, you've got tons of room, absolutely tons of room. So that's how it should be. And yeah, let's bring you in actually. Oh, don't fall, don't fall. Let's get rid of this. Oh, professional video techniques. Right, so there's my feet. So hitting it there. Loads of room here. I've put my rucksack in there before, big rucksack, all your clothes and everything. And loads of room in this vestibule, like an arm's length, more than an arm's length. So it is huge. The vestibule is huge. When this is down as well, this one is absolutely massive. The vestibule, so much. So you can cook in there and that as well. So let's turn it around. So that should be like that. And you can see how much headspace I've got. So it's absolutely fine. So I'm 6 foot and this fits lovely. The material's really good. Yeah, it's a great tent. I really, really love it. But it's just, if you touch this, it's just dripping. It's supposed to go down the side vents here. Oh, the wind's blowing this up. It's supposed to be more like that, okay? So the drips do go down those side vents, but the slightest breeze and it all comes down on you. I have pitched this rubbish, I'm going to be honest, absolutely rubbish. Let me crawl out of this thing. Oh man. Oh. Right, so there you go. So that mattress is the same height as me, 6 foot exactly, and there's the pillows. It gives you an idea. I have got this on the wide thing on my phone at the moment, so this is more of a realistic one. There you go, that's more realistic. So yeah, that mattress is 6 foot. I haven't pitched this well, I'm going to be honest, and I haven't seam sealed it well either. Look at that, shocking. I'm going to find out which seam sealer I bought off Amazon and not recommend it, because it's just terrible. But it did work in the rain, I'll give it that. So yeah, I'm really sorry to see this thing go. It is amazing, it's so clever, it's so light, but it's just the condensation. But if you're a super light backpacker and you want to smash those big miles and you don't want to spend £500 to £700 on a Z-Plex, something like that, then this is perfect for you if you just don't mind the condensation and wiping it down. Yeah, you can see I would get the dark green one actually, because it's like a lampshade in there. If any kind of light hits that, it just amplifies. So yeah, that mattress is the same length as me, and it gives you an idea of the room. So I hope this helps. I'm really gutted to see this thing go. It's such a clever thing. I just can't handle that condensation. So excuse the bad pitch. It's really, really bad. These should be taut and straight. That's terrible. That's really bad. So it takes a bit of practice getting it right. But yeah, I hope this helps on the Lanshan 1 Pro. Okay, I hope that helps. Hello, I forgot to add this in the video, the pegs that you get with them. You get a set of these nice lightweight pegs. They go in really easy, and you got the string at the back too. So these pegs come with the tent and they're pretty good.